discussion time. So, how do you guys feel about hanging out with a bunch of Irish/Scottish dwarves?
What do you think, Radovan?
It just seems
help.
like you're jumping on the first offer. I mean, I don't know.
I know I am, but I want to hurry this up. Is there anything we could do?
Does not entail going to fight a dangerous...
Is there anything we can do to, I don't know, find out if they're lying to us or if we're walking into a trap here? It's just the offer of, 5 dwarves to help us secretly get into the mountain is pretty awesome.
I mean, it seems they know about this group.
Yeah.
So their offer is for us to kill their prince for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And in exchange for that, they will guide us into the Tri-Crowned Mountain, a back way.
Yes. If you want, you could try to get the info.
Yeah, you could go talk to them right now, I'm sure.
No.
I told them we were headed that way, and then they got really scared for us. Like, oh, you're headed that way, don't go that way. That's my dwarven voice.
Way.
Can't speak tonight. Yeah. And so they offered to help. I don't know.
Sure, if you guys want to do it, then let's just do it. We don't.
Well, what are your? Do you not want to do this? You seem very reluctant. I don't want to do it if I hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I just it seems so happenstantial that they would employ. I don't know. I don't know enough about you guys' past relationships. I thought I did, but apparently I don't.
Why don't you go talk to them? I don't mind you, trying to find more out. I just want you to be at ease.
The only thing that's making me not at ease is all the alcohol that's flying around here. I'll be completely honest with you. So
do you want me to blindfold
the last thing I want to do is sit with some dwarves, because the one thing I do know about dwarves is they are legendary drinkers, and yeah. So
and hole diggers, apparently,
and hole diggers. I say let's just do it. Just agree to it.
Allergic to hops.
Allergic to hops. Okay, I'll say that. Sure. But let's just agree. Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
We fought worse. Princes. Well.
How hard can a prince be, right?
And I look at Raisa, just, after what she told me, I'm like, yeah, how hard is royalty? It's tough, honestly. With the anal skewer.
That was.
Huh?
Yeah.
That would be evisceration.
Yeah.
Anal evisceration.
Anal justice.
Anal justice.
All
right,
well,
so yeah, go.
I don't know what you're complaining about. You administered scrotal justice recently as well, so.
Recently? It was months ago.
Well, we're talking to Elf. That's recent.
I'm sorry, I don't see a Gorbat at this table. Just saying.
Okay, so you, Kia and Raisa have headed back over there. Okay.
Okay, I go over there and I look at all of them and I say, well, you got yourself a Gandalf.
And they look kind of puzzled again.
What I mean is I'm in. We're in. Let's do it.
Oh! And they all cheer happily.
And can I just chime in and just say we leave at first light? Like a question?
Yes.
But kind of a question, but kind of telling them?
Right, I hear you. He goes, absolutely. First light it is. Well, as we're forming a group, a company, as it were, please, all of you gather around. Let's get to know each other. It's the dwarven way.
Are we gonna sing?
He goes, well, it spoiled the music. He goes, do you have any idea how far we traveled to listen to this guy?
Yes, he's very turn of the century stuff. Alright. Is Ranaman not coming over? I guess not.
Are you not? You sitting there?
Oh, I'm sitting here.
I will.
They kind of scowl at him a little bit.
The guy to Race's right is the leader, right?
Yes, the one at the head of the
So
table.
I'm
He's the
going
only
to
one
lean-
sitting at the
I'm
head.
going to lean to him and whisper and say, "Excuse my friend. He has troubles with," and I'm going to point to the drink, kind of, and say he just prefers to stay away. It's nothing to do with the company.
Okay, he kind of looks at you and goes, he goes, can't hold his ale, eh?
Absolutely, sir.
I understand. Well, they all kind of sit there and continue to plow through, plate after plate of food and quaff ale after ale and are getting extremely inebriated. I mean, to the point where they're being very loud, very obnoxious, and falling in and out of their chairs a good bit. There's a lot of strange kind of glares come from the huge oaf that's standing over here at the corner. But as yet, he's done nothing. Like, he doesn't seem to have wanted to get involved.
With that, I shall retire.
Okay, so you're going to head up to your room.
Yes.
I'm gonna see Raisa go, and I'm gonna follow suit. I'm just gonna go myself.
All right.
Come on, Ivan.
So they head off after they kind of wander away from the table. Finally, Gaffer Ironbeard seems to have managed to eat his fill, which has taken a good while. And he says, "Wizard or sorceress, then?"
Oh, he's asking me? Sorceress.
Uh-huh. So, what do you know about creatures that can curse a person to where they turn on their own kin and then a week or two later turn into some kind of crazed animal and murder and slaughter a number of people and then disappear?
Let's see, werewolves, things.
There's only one problem I have with that.
What?
Dwarves are immune to lycanthropy.
Are you sure he's a dwarf?
Am I sure that Scale
Plot twist.
Ulrichson is a dwarf? A dwarf of one of the oldest lineages, one of the oldest lines, a dwarven prince, no less.
Okay, it was just a
And
joke.
as he's saying that, he's like rising out of his chair, and his chest is like expanding, and his
gosh.
nostrils are
You
starting
want
to
to kill
flare.
this guy. You shouldn't get all defensive about his dwarvenness.
He's already dead, ma'am. We want to slay the beast that he has become and put his spirit to rest and regain honor for his family, for the Ulrichsons.
Right.
Aye,
Okay.
you should have seen him. He was all like hairy and stuff and had great big claws, and he like disappeared and reappeared like in thin air. Like 1 minute he'd be rushing at you and you swing your axe at him and the axe he was gone. And then the next minute you look behind you and he's ripping the throat out of one of your friends, one of your comrades.
Well, that sure sounds like lycanthropy.
Goes, have you ever seen a werewolf disappear in thin air and reappear 50 feet away? I don't think so.
Yes.
Well, I have never seen her. And we've killed werewolves, haven't we, lads? Whey!
Yes, we fought them, and they disappeared in thin air and reappeared, and then they turned into goblins.
So,
I forgot what they were called.
turned into goblins.
Yeah, I don't think it was specifically only goblins.
Don't give her any more of that ale, lads. I think she's cracked. I think she's had a little bit too much to
You
drink.
don't believe me? Interesting. Well, I fought and killed all three of them by myself.
Okay, with that, Ulrichson kind of sticks a dagger like into the table, like almost like doing considerable damage. He says, "Another reason why I know that it's not a werewolf. This dagger." And he kind of prizes it out and hands it to you. He goes, "Recognize that shiny metal? That's pure silver. Didn't touch him. Didn't put a mark on him." He said, "I found that on one of the dead shield warriors that we found that he'd slaughtered. So I ask you, an iron axe does nothing. Silver does nothing. I think this is some other kind of creature than some werewolf." That's why we need you. That's why we need magic.
Can I
That's
do
why
like
we
a-
need to eviscerate the darn thing.
Can I do like a memory trick to remember what the things were that we fought a few weeks ago?
You can make an intelligence check if you wish.
Sure. Cause
Actually, it wouldn't be intelligence, it'd be wisdom.
wisdom. Okay. 5. All right. Here we go. Give me the natural 20, guys. Oh.
Or a
11.
natural 6!
My memory is crap.
Yep, I mean, you remember what you know, that's basically it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna prod it.
Well, I'll just tell them. Don't worry, I know what this creature is. My friends probably know the name of this creature.
They're
We will
looking
fight it.
at you very skeptically. At
I
that
have
point,
the magic to destroy it.
Karen Braunfinder says, he goes, look, the only thing I care about, he goes, is can you blow the thing to smithereens? I don't give a crap what it is.
Kia's eyes light up. Yes. For
He says,
you, I will blow
"Excellent.
it up.
Well then, he goes, you look a little 3 sheets gone, miss. Maybe you want to go up to bed. We'll be up shortly.
All right.
And
Good
they all
night,
laugh.
folks. I'm gonna go.
As you wander back up the stairs, you can hear them going back to like and getting drunker and drunker as the night progresses.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
It's somewhat difficult to sleep because the dwarves keep on and on all night long. And it's not until basically the sun is almost rising when finally the music has stopped, the chatter inside the tavern has died down to a mere murmur, and the crackling of the fire can be heard. And then eventually, probably around 4 a.m., it's not so bad. But up until then, these guys are just going on and on and on. But nobody seems to have done a damn thing about it.
That's because they're spending money.
Yep,
Right?
oh yeah, dwarves.
That's so true,
dwarves
man.
Dwarves are pounding through the coins. So all right. So you wake up early the next morning
First light.
and head downstairs. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, the dwarves are all slumped, snoring loudly and asleep at the table. Basically, they haven't moved. Now,
That's awesome.
I go up to Race and Radvan, like, how should we wake them? This could be fun.
I say we pay for our room, get Bill, and just wait for him, I guess.
What? No, we should do something fun.
No,
Dwarves
I
are
think they
annoying.
need to understand that if they want our help, they're under our. Like, we're calling the shots here.
All right, I'm gonna pay the bill. So
Okay.
yeah, I go up and say, how much do I owe for everything? Because we didn't actually
Let's
pay
see.
the night before.
No,
It's
it's,
gonna get there. Oh, here comes
12 silver.
All right, I'm gonna hand that over.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go to the head of their table
Mhm.
and take my short sword
Okay.
and just bam into the table.
Okay, as soon as you do that, every one of them, like, instantly comes to life, and it's like... Weapons flying left, right, and center, axes are raised, crossbows come flying off the lap and pointing, and they're all like...
I'm just gonna stand there and look at them,
like, looking at you within a second, like, startled.
and I'm just gonna say, "Ready then?"
Aye,
And walk away.
I
towards-
suppose it's time. Come on, lads. Get your stuff together. We've got a prince to go and save.
What?
Pal, thank you for the follow. All right, they all load up and kind of, you see them gathering belongings from underneath the table, like backpacks and extra weapons and food and rations and stuff. At that point, as they're about to leave, as an afterthought, you see the prince, or the lord, he kind of nods, and Budrik Fenbeard gets up, walks over, and goes, and just drops a full coin purse on the bar. Like, there is no possible way that they had enough food and drink last night to come even close to that. But they're not even fussed. It's like, done. The guy kind of looks at it, opens the purse, and turns it upside down, and platinum and gold just goes all over the bar. And everyone's like looking rather like, oh my god. And he's like, did they just pay for everybody? He says, 3 times over, I think. He goes,
Go get your money back, Chef.
At that point, you see a couple of people that are like propping the bar up at the morning, and like, I'll have another drink, over, and they all suddenly start clamoring. Okay, they kind of, they head out the door. You see the stout dwarves come stomping down. As they're doing so, they're starting to reattach their possessions, putting the backpacks on, sticking their hand axes in their belts, kind of flexing their arms and making sure that they're ready to travel. And he says, where are the ponies at then? He says, hang on a minute. You, we're ready to leave. And the well-dressed stable boy comes walking over. He says, yes, let's see, 5 ponies and a horse and cart, I do believe.
Yes.
He says, 1 moment. And he heads round the back, and then him and 4 or 5 young lads come leading Bill. He's like leading Bill, and they're all basically bringing ponies round. They line them up. Each of the dwarves goes over and lowers what looks like a very small rope ladder down the side of each pony. And then they step up the side of it, roll it back up, and clip it, with a little hook onto the side of the saddle.
That's awesome.
And they're all sitting there looking entirely awkward and uncomfortable. They're like,
But what about the ponies?
He says, well, I suppose we best be going. He says, Gaffer Ironbeard, it is your company, sir. Lead the way. He says, north it is, then west, into the forest.
Off we
Hit 'em
go.
All right.
Right. At that point, he's just like, and they all start wobbling up and down, looking really almost embarrassing as they stumble around, as their little pony legs are like click, 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 click. And
That's so cute.
Kia, you
you guys
know
are
how
all
to pick 'em.
basically. You've got Bill, who is a draft horse. I mean, he is a huge, big
Yeah.
workhorse. And
I
your
did not
big
pick them,
clumping
Radvan.
cart.
They picked me.
Well, you let them pick you. This is.
All
This
right,
is
as
a
you
thing.
head thundering up the road. All righty. Let's move you on a little. All right, your icon is going to represent the party, so I'm not going to put 5 dwarven ponies on here as well.
Okay.
Aw.
Too
Okay,
bad.
so here you are, you're heading up, and eventually, after a day and a half's worth of travel, you get to here, which is where it goes westward into the forest. And he sort of points and says, this is the way we're going.
Deep in the forest.
Let's do it.
And you trundle
Carry
along.
on.
Okay, you get about to here by the end of the next day, and it's starting to get dark. The dwarves all pull over, and immediately, as you've already seen them do several times, one of them rolls out a blanket and starts getting all kinds of pots and pans ready. Another one sets to lighting a fire. They basically instantly set up their own, this little dwarven campsite that is overly exaggerated, proper cookware. I mean, they're doing nothing by halves. But they've been willing to share all the food with you. Radovan, any particular reactions that you want to do? Because just about every night they have been downing the whiskey and downing beer.
Yeah, so
and
pretty
stuff.
much when that starts, I start wondering.
That's what I was wondering. You're staying away from it.
I'm pretty much
Jamie,
avoiding
thanks
them
for the follow.
altogether, honestly. I give Kia and
White
Raisa a
whiskey,
look,
thank you for the follow.
and then I just go on my merry way. Just walk around, kick at the twigs
Bronx,
in the
thanks
ground.
for the follow.
Thanks for the follows, guys.
Follow train.
Oh, hi.
Woo woo.
So, okay. So, yeah, you're going to wander around and avoid. Now, the dwarves do not seem to be at all worried about a watch. They are quite happy to make a lot of noise and drink and light fires and do all the kinds of things that are not the most sensible things to do. Almost like they're inviting trouble.
I'll be in the tree.
Okay, that is now an option. So Raisa, you're basically popping yourself up one of the closest trees. What about
Katniss style.
What about Radovan?
I'll be kind of among them, just like eating their food and stuff, and not being too like chatty, just like with them, I guess, just like watching. And,
I set up my
respectful.
camp. Okay, I set up my camp by Bill and the ponies.
Okay,
Pretty much
you're
near them.
going to set up a little separate. Alrighty. Well, despite all the noise and the paraphernalia and all the shenanigans that the dwarves tend to carry around, thus far nothing has bothered you. As you get up and head the very next day, continuing you're bright and early is dwarven crack of dawn, so they're not overly excited about going any further. But as you go through the trees, suddenly you hear a loud crash, smash, as trees begin to bust left and right of you. What? The biggest bear you have ever seen. It is at least 14 feet long, probably weighs about 8,000 pounds. It comes straight out of the woods. It grabs Bill by the throat, picks him off the ground, and tears him to shreds.
Bill!
You can do nothing as you watch your pony be destroyed and decimated right before your very eyes. The huge claws are like steak knives as they come crashing through it. Immediately, the dwarves behind you leap, falling from their ponies, grabbing weapons, charging valiantly forward, screaming bloody murder. And that's the end of the stream for today, guys. We will be moving forward.
You killed Bill!
I actually think I'm going to cry.
I didn't kill Bill. It wasn't me. It was the bear. I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
She's crying.
You killed Billy Joel.
What did we say about naming animals? We don't name them. You get attached to them.
You killed our only.
Oh my
friend.
goodness! Poor old Bill. Poor old Bill.
I can't do this.
Like, I'm really upset right now.
Cry it out.
I was envisioning getting Bill and turning him out to pasture to enjoy the rest of his life if we lived, and just like rewarding him for his faithfulness as our true pony, and you just murdered him.
So I will just say,
it wasn't me, guys. I'm sorry. It was a giant. It was an
me.
8,000-pound bear. I didn't touch Bill.
You didn't come up with this. It just happened, Gore.
There was a comedian, guys, who said, I didn't understand when people got upset when Bambi's mother got shot, because then the animators will stop drawing another deer. Like, it's Gorbad will stop bringing out this icon. So why is that so sad? I think it's awesome.
So awfully sorry. Poor old Bill has been torn apart. You have a horse and cart.
Better sleep
that is
with one eye open
unfortunately.
tonight, Gore.
There is one thing that I can say though. He was taken care of the last night at that beautiful tavern. He was fed fresh cut oats. He had a delicious last meal.
That's why he got fresh
He's going to Horsey Heaven, guys. It's okay.
So yeah,
Going
just
to
in case
Horsey
you missed
Heaven.
it, this 8,000-pound, 14-foot, ginormous, massive bear just tore poor old Bill limb from limb. Bill, the horse that they have had with them since the first adventure, their pony that they have had with them since the start,
unbelievable,
unfortunately has been killed.
Terrible. Well, good job,
and
Gore.
we got a donation. So,
your maps were great today.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm awfully sorry about Bill. Look on the bright side. It could have been you. Hi there, I'm Gorbad, the Dungeon Master on Reroll, and if you'd like to follow my personal channels, you can do so at twitch.tv/Gorbad, or follow me on Twitter @Gorbad.
Hi guys, I'm Bane. If you'd like to hang out with me some more, come chill in my own personal stream at twitch.tv/Bane1271, or toss me a follow over on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook @Bane Blackstar. I hope to see you soon.
Oh,
Oh, hi, I did not see you there. When I'm not playing a badass cleric of St. Cuthbert on How We Roll, I am Shagget. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Shagget, or on Twitter, if you can figure this out, at @aneb_convos. See you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Jane. I play Kealiana on How We Roll, as you probably know. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JaneIvana. I stream sometimes. Or you can follow me on Twitter at JaneOnTwitch, and that is with a 0. Peace, suckers.